one day, now 8 years ago, I was on a little drive from home to pick up some groceries, little errands with my son Hudson, who was only 5 at the time. And as we were driving around, I think we had an assignment to buy some hamburger meat, maybe some other things, and we were singing his favorite song, probably Thomas the Train song, loudly, and then suddenly Hudson said, "Daddy, Jesus is breaking through the clouds." He looked out that front window and he saw a scene like this. And in front of us was this exquisite sunset of just bright orange and yellow hues and maybe some purple thrown in there and the sunlight rays behind the clouds. And he said, "Daddy, dude, look. And even back then at 5 years old, Hudson could command an attention of 100 feet around him at any given moment. And so he wasn't going to wait for Daddy. He said, "Look, right now, Papa, look at the clouds. Jesus is breaking through the clouds." Then he said something that sunk into my heart I never want to lose. He said, "I want Jesus to come over for dinner. I want him to come, and I want him to have dinner with us, and I want him to stay." Is he coming, Daddy? Is that him? Is Jesus breaking through the clouds right now? And with little tears in my eyes, I said, "Hudson, maybe, but maybe not right now. Maybe not yet. But he is coming. He's coming really soon. He's coming at any moment, and he's going to break through the clouds with a shout. And when he comes, he's going to make all things right. He's going to remove pain. He's going to love us forever and ever as his people. And we'll be with him, and we're going to have dinner with him. We're going to be at the marriage supper of the Lamb, Revelation chapter 19. And all our tears will be wiped away. The former things, all the past, all the pain will be gone. All things will be made new. And he is coming. He's going to come, and he's going to be with you. He's going to be with us. We will be with him forever and ever. And he said, "Wow, Daddy, can he come today? Because we got dinner." And that just gripped my mind, and I looked out with him across the sky, those bright colors, and imagine it's certainly going to be 100-fold beyond that when he returns and breaks through the clouds. And then I thought, am I really today living with a readiness and a preparedness right now like Jesus is coming for dinner? Because if I did, everything would change really about how I think and about how I live and what I'm working for, what I'm talking about, what my mind's focused on, what my work is bent towards. Everything would change if I were living like Jesus coming over for dinner tonight. And he could. And he could. In 1 Peter chapter 3, said this Apostle Peter wrote to believers who were under persecution, under hatred, under opposition, and we see that growing in our culture. But they were living in the hope of Christ's return, how to suffer faithfully for the sake of Christ and the hope of his return. That's the core truth of 1 Peter. And he said, Christ died for sins once for all, the just for the unjust, so that he might bring us to God. See, the great end of the gospel is not getting stuff from God. It's getting God himself, his life, his light, his love, being in relationship with him, being in his family. That's the great, glorious return of the gospel. And all that while I think, am I just treating this life right now, this span of life, as an opportunity to get enough stuff from God? Or am I living like, God in Christ, the groom, is coming and he's the reward? Think about that. Think about that. In Romans, the Apostle Paul said this, and here's our word again. He said, the ultimate, he said, He said, the revealing of the sons of God, talking about this. We have not yet received this, what all creation is longing for, the revealing of the sons of God, or adoption as sons, the redemption of our body. He continues this way in Romans 8. He says, for in hope we have been saved. So you have been saved for this temporal life now. For in hope we have been saved of what is to come. But hope that is seen is not hope, for who hopes for what he already sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, with perseverance we wait eagerly for it. That's the message of the 10 virgins, this Matthew 25 parable. Are we passionately anticipating, captivated by, eagerly waiting like Jesus is coming for dinner? Like Jesus is coming to take us home? Or are we just living for stuff right now?